The establishment of the Borobudur Temple cannot be separated from the greatness of Indonesia in the past, as Bung Karno said, so that we study history. We must know how the Borobudur Temple can be upgraded and majestic to this day. Here is a brief history of the beautiful and magnificent Borobudur Temple. Borobudur Temple is Buddhist temple, the largest Buddhist temple or monument in the world because of its pomp and majesty. This temple that was built in the A Center has been established by UNESCO as World Cultural Heritage. There is a long history of the founding of the Borobudur Temple. Until now, there has been no written evidence explaining what built Borobudur and what purpose this temple was built for. It is estimated that Borobudur Temple was built in 800 AD. It is estimated the Borobudur Temple was built in the 800 AD. Borobudur Temple was built during the Sailendra dynasty, Central Java, which coincided in the period 760 to 30 AD, and the construction time was estimated to be over 75 to 100 years. Said that the new Borobudur Temple was completed 100% during the reign of the King of Sumaratunga in the years 825 to 830 AD. And what religion is there, whether Buddhist or Hindu? It is known that the people of the Sailendra dynasty were Buddhists, but as a finding Prasasti Mojokerto indicating that initially they may be Hindu Siwa. Indeed, many Hindu temples were built on the plans of the building. There is also a Hali temple, Siwalinga, Prambanan land, based on research. At first, the Borobudur temple was a Sparatunga, the same large crowned the pinnacle. Because a stupa that was too large and too dense was considered dangerous, the stupa was dismantled and replaced with three small stupas and one main stupa as it is today. After the minor changes were completed, the Borobudur temple was completed. A few centuries later, the existence of this Borobudur temple is no longer non-existent. In an inscription, namely the Calcutta Inspiration, the author of the word Amawa, which means lava of Merapi. This word is then interpreted as a free sentence. From this, there is an assumption that the loss of Borobudur is due to being buried under the cold lava of Mount Merapi. Then during the war between the British and the Dutch during the seizure of the island of Java, Java was under Britania from 1811 to 1816 AD. Thomas Stamford Raffles was appointed Governor General and had a special interest in Javanese history. He collected antique artifacts, ancient Javanese art, and made historical records of Javanese culture, and completed the book The History of Java. On his inspection visit to Semarang in 1814, he was informed about a large monument that in the forest near the earth of Sugoro. Due to his obsession and his duties as Governor General, he could not go alone to look for the building. The Raffles sent Cornelius as Engineer Holland investigates the existence of this red building. 2 months later, Cornelius and his 2,000 subordinates earthed down trees and swords, which grew near the Borobudur hill and cleared why they thought that had destroyed this temple. Due to the threat of land deluge, he was unable to dig and clean all the passages. He reported his findings to Raffles, including submitting various drawings and sketches of the Borobudur temple.